Alright, I'm back. New video. This video is going to be dedicated to the new CNC. Not just the installation, but more the features. The reason for that is the installation is really easy. Like, you barely have to do anything. No Maestro installation or anything, which was the main issue with Succubus. I should probably say, you know, this CNC isn't free. So, if you wanted something that was free, go use Succubus. You're not, you know, this is paid. So, there's that. After you install password.txt, that's where your login will be. Check password.txt for your login. I did already set it up on the server once, but I'm not gonna lie, I had to do multiple takes on this already because I fucked up. Don't worry though, the installation is actually that easy. You buy, set up on a server. Hell, if you have any fucking issues, you're paying me, so obviously I'll help you troubleshoot it. The default port should just be like 111. That's actually how easy installation is, because it's a file database. Obviously, it's still secure enough. Obviously, like if some, you don't want people on your server, but yeah. Passwords hashed, whatever. It's secure enough. About as secure as your database would be in Succubus, considering you have your Maestro password in plain text. So yeah, that's installation. Really easy. One command, then you just log in. Even saves your password. That's that. I'm gonna move to my local version of this. And if you see, I didn't have a SSH login screen. That's because this isn't SSH. You can use both SSH and Telnet. Earlier I logged in with SSH. This is Telnet. Root. A little welcome banner. Might as well show you. These are all the branding options at the moment. I can add more. I'll add most of the things that any paid user asks, obviously. Tag, banner, prompt, title, pretty basic stuff there. Then you got, you know, when you're activating an account, OTP, password, TOS, username. Username and password are for the login. This is the welcome GIF you saw. You know, you got some basic stuff here. When you're banned, expired, pretty simple stuff. The main reason for the language, which yes, there's a language in this. It's pretty simple to understand. The main reason it's here is because, you know, in Succubus you had to disable commands and just put text there. You can edit this if you want for it to work, you know, however you want. An example of that actually would be like the online command here. Since this is telling me, I should just be able to log in as test. Yep. And you will see, after I log in as test, the online command right here, you can edit this. So if test tries to do online, actually I think I am admin on test, I'll have to show you how to remove admin and all that nonsense. Maybe not actually. That'd be because I was checking for the role admin and not the permission. Well, yeah. So CD users, we want to remove that. You don't have to do CD users, by the way. Let me just users update test permissions. We want to remove that permission, so we'll just do none. All those permissions were removed. So we can do here. I'll go back in there. View test. Role basic. You know, pretty simple stuff. Permissions none. Online OTP. You know, banned if they're banned. So there's that. You can add your own functions if you just saw that thing there. You know, it will show the amount of admins online. I made a function for that. I can make functions for you to like see whatever really, or display whatever. So this displays the online admins, and you don't have to recompile. You don't have to ask me to recompile. You can make this just on the fly, plop it in, include it, and it will just work. So yeah, there's that. If I do online now, it will be censored. That's the whole point that I was trying to get across a second ago, of the editor, like being able to edit your commands and not have them hard-coded. So as you can see, the host is masked, and it will only be unmasked if you are admin. So, I mean, you could obviously change that. You could even make this command so regular users cannot see who's online. Display whatever information about them, blah, blah, blah. You can display permissions as well if you want, but you can also, the table object, change it. So you saw those commented out things. Order false style dash. There's a, I know there's a double style as well, and there's also a dark one, which would be this. But we'll have it as the default one, just because it matches everything else. So, you know, instead of having to manually remove commands and type them out, you can just edit these current existing ones for like ongoing blah blah blah, all that stuff, ongoing methods, help. There's an info command, and because I'm not admin or reseller, you don't have permissions. If I just remove that, now I have permissions. And that's all there is to that. Here, let me show user creation, since I'm still in users right here. So let's do create. Actually, let me just see something. Does the demo user already exist? No, they don't. Create demo. We're gonna give them a time limit of 60 seconds. Concurrent limit of 1. Expiry is days. So you'll put a number of days there. 5 days will be 5. Pretty self-explanatory after you have that explained to you. Concurrence with an S is the correct thing. Don't fuck it up like I did. If you have trouble, you can use the how-to command, or there's a shorter way to type it. HT create will show you, you know, that. So you can do view, blah blah blah. HT view, tell you the argument that it needs. Here's this is my user. I just created a user, so my child count is 1. Tells you how many users it created, which is children. All this nonsense, you know. Pretty simple. So I've been doing this CD command, which works pretty similar to files in Linux, or not just Linux, but really any operating system. So if you're familiar with a fucking computer, this would be pretty simple. You know, so you can do CD users. There's a ls command which should help you navigate. Here, let me go back. ls, you know, shows all the commands, kind of like a sudo help command, like just a simple version of that. Just displays commands. You know, you can see users debug. You know, debug is just a command that prints out like hello or whatever. Tools, you can put your own tools in here. Users, you know, I was just in there, so I'll go back. You might have saw that there was roles here. Anything green is like what you'd normally call like a file, or folder, I mean, in like an actual operating system. These white ones would be like what you call files, but those are commands. Green names means you can go into that scope. White means you can execute that command. If you need help knowing how to like use a command, you know, use HT like I said. Or you can just obviously users like this will display everything. Yeah, but anyway, the next thing I wanted to kind of show was roles. So CD roles is a scope. You can actually, let me see. How about we delete basic? That will remove it from any user that has it, by the way, so keep that in mind. You know, you can also use it like to change like the permissions of tons of users at once. Let's just say you want to like give every user a basic role and suddenly you're having issues and you need to increase the cooldown. You increase the cooldown on that role, it will increase it for the users. Another thing is it won't decrease any of their permissions. It can only increase them, kind of like roles on most platforms, really. So that's something you should think about when you're giving roles. It can be really useful when you're trying to organize permissions as well, so you don't accidentally remove permissions you don't want to. I'll show that more in a bit. This is gonna be one fucking long video. So there's that. I just deleted the basic user, so I'm gonna create a basic user. Basic, I don't know. Let's give it time limit of 120. Let's give it a cooldown of 60. And let's give it a... Actually, let's not give it any concurrent count. You'll see time limit cooldown. If you had a concurrent, it will also display that. But since one was not set, it's not going to. So let me go back. Users, view. Oh, I'm already in users, so it would just be view. We just made demo. So you see, demo has cooldown 60, or cooldown 0, time limit 60. Keep that in mind. Now I'm going to do roles give demo. Basic is the role we just gave it, or what we just created. Now when I do view demo, you'll see that the cooldown changed to 60 and time limit is now 120. So there's that. One thing I should probably show is when you update, you can also do add expiry, which adds fucking expiry. I don't know if I need to really explain that much. If you don't understand that, you have some issues. But here, I'll just show it off real quick. So 4 days right there. Let's add 5. Oops. Fucking update demo expiry. Add expiry 5. Now see it said days 4 view demo, days 9. That's simple. If you need help with any of this, you can ask, but it's pretty simple. If you struggle with this, I don't know what would make it much easier. Command scopes can be a bit confusing. Here, I'll show that off a bit more right now. So you can use CD users, you know. Well, not user, but users. And that will send you to the users scope, alright? So, if it's green, you can go into it. Let me just go back. So, yeah, as you can see, if it's green, you can use it. So, let's see. Tools has port scan and lookup. Those are just some commands I made for it. Alright, here, let me just show it. This, you can edit this command, by the way. Sorry, that was for something I was showing off earlier. So if I want, I can do CD tools, and now I don't have to type tools lookup, I can just type lookup. Now let's just look up 1.1.1.1, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You know, there's that. This is kind of the formatting you'll have for your variables. There's actually a lot of different ways you can do this. Here, let me just type your var equal hello world exclamation points, and I'll just put these at the bottom of this so next time I execute it you'll see it. So you can do them like this. I'll show colors off in a second. Let me just do a divider. So you can do it like $var. You can do $brackets var. You can do $, or not $sign at all. You can do $sign after, like this. So in the language, $sign is the echo shorthand, like PHP. Well, PHP's is equal, but it has an echo shorthand. So you see these were just turned into hello right there. I'll zoom in for y'all. I know my screen is fucked because it's ultra wide, but I'm trying to make it as large as possible for you guys to read. You know, hello world. Delete this. It's really simple. You know, if you want to edit the help command to not just be like here. You don't want it to just look like this. You can obviously just do help command. You know, this would be the help command. And you can do like, I don't know, command 1, 2, command 3, and that's how that will work. Give me a second and I will show you how to use color. It's similar to Succubus, but in my opinion a lot better. What command would be good for showing this off? Well, all these actually already have a gradient, but I should probably... How about we use this? Let's get rid of all that testing nonsense. The test command right here. Get rid of all this. So as you can see, looks with hexadecimal. The colors can either be a solid color or they can be a gradient. All the gradients from UI gradients should work. So if you go on there and you're like, oh, I like this gradient, you can just type the name in like this. So you see there's a Atlas, Instagram. I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head. I can't really, but yeah, that's how that works. I think actually there is a YouTube one, so YouTube. Hello YouTube. I mean it's just red, so you know. Here, let me just put some data after that so you can see like maybe a transition from, not really, but yeah. I know this is Argan is one actually. Not the best looking, but as you can see, you could just do gradients like that. Now, you can also do them like this. Let me think of a color. So let's just use cyan. So, cyan. But, luckily I have this extension that'll help out. But actually, it's an RGB format right now, but that should work too. Let's get a hexadecimal value instead. No, it doesn't feel like it. RGBA, I don't know if that would work, you know. Oh, it's because YouTube right here. Give me a sec. Red. You see the equal signs after this are red. Indian red. What a color. Let's say we want somewhere in the middle to end the gradient. We don't want this whole thing to be a gradient because we're retarded. And there, look at it. Right there, the rest is white. That's a thing. Let me see. Whole thing, you know, that color, whatever. So that's how gradients work. You know, here's the banner. You can do some stuff like you see where it says you are admin. And then right here, it says, you are not admin, you loser. Give me a sec. That's in banner. So I just have an if permissions has member.admin, you are admin, else you are not admin loser. So you can do stuff like that to basically, let's say you want a special thing to show up for all your resellers, you want it to show up for all your admins, you want it to show up for all users who have the VIP role. You can just do like VIP like that. for VIP roll. Really simple. The spinner actually for this is made within my language. This is the full code for that spinner right there. That's really most of it. It relies a good amount on the language. Actually, I forgot everything that doesn't have to do with language. That is not everything. Well, here's logs. Actually, one last thing with the users. Well, this might not be... Fuck, I'm not... Roots. CD users. We have a bulk command. Rollback command. That's like a... How would you say that? That will basically roll back everybody's expiry. If you're compensating, I guess, time for downtime, you can use that. Kick. Self-explanatory, as long as you're not stupid. How about we do a band test, actually? Reason. Fuckhead. Now, test was disconnected for being banned. Let's duplicate session and try to log in as test. Test. You have been banned. Fuckhead. Until indefinite. You can send expiry. So, expiry. We want them to only be banned for 1 day, alright? Let's duplicate this. Test. And they're only banned for 1 day. Because today's the 6th. Yeah. Anything else? Well, yeah. The bulk users. Not clears. Clear. You can do bulk. And then a certain amount. So, HT, that's the how-to command. You can also type it just how-to bulk. I'll show all the arguments. Bulk amount, so we do bulk. Let's say we want 5 different users to be created in this bulk list. We want their time limits to be 120, concurrence to be 1, and their expiry to be, well, 5. All we use, press enter. Oops. Concurrence with an S, and boom. Written to bulk, whatever, ends with a 6, which would be this one. Now created 5 users. It's formatted in user pass. So, how about I do show this off really quickly? Give me a second. That would be the username. This would be the password. And, oof, now I fucked that up. Kind of looks cool though. I'll make the username, I think, did I already create a YouTube user? No, I have not. So, that's that. My user was YouTube, and it's created now. So, let me just do... I already have some bulk users, so kind of ignore that. YouTube was created down here. Okay. And if they're online, they'll show up as yellow. Cool shit, you know. Let's do unban test for that. It's bulk users. What else? There is Celix auto buy. There is Telegram and Discord logs, colors. You can do custom arguments for like length, port. You can have a custom argument if you have an HTTP method that you want to also change like the request method to like get, post, blah, blah, blah. You could use it in other ways. Mostly I'd recommend for using it for numbers. You see, you can set a range to 1 to 65,535. The default being 80, so set a default, it's not required, you know. You can also remove the port for any methods that aren't layer 4. So if you have a layer 7 method and you're like, well, why would they need a port? Well, I mean, sometimes you might need one, but if your method doesn't need one, you can just omit that and boom. Oops, I am not in the right scope. That's something you got to keep in mind. You got to be in the base scope, the tilde, on its own, to execute all methods. Even I forget, so If you want to go back there, you cd tilde. I'm already there, but you know, if I go cd users roles, cd, you know, I'm back there. That's that. It can be a bit complicated when you're learning, but if you spend maybe like a day using it, you'll catch on. It's really easy to use. You have like, you know, you can set the length in the URL itself, you know, it's an argument. Not all methods need the same arguments. You can have ones with different ones. You can have them do whatever you want, really. Pass through whatever. I think you might be able to actually pass through some host data. Don't worry about that. Most of you probably won't be doing anything like that. You can include files, so you got hello. You can, as you saw, I already had a GIF at the beginning. Let me here, the welcome GIF right here. You can include these. They'll be assumed to be in commands, so commands and then underscore gifs. You know, I got welcome in there. Then we got include, and you can include all these into your stuff. So we got like admins online, you know, we got, it should be pretty obvious what this does. I might do it on YouTube, even though I'll probably get a strike or whatever. But yeah, you can do single images. Here, let me just show you an example. Look at this funny dude. Look at him. So yeah, there's that. You know, the spinners made my language. I might have already said that. I have no fucking clue. I'm tired. Not host info, but user info. You can format the date to whatever. I think Nosviak had that. This isn't like entirely original ideas as it is refactoring and making things just way fucking simpler than everybody else has. Maybe. I mean, obviously there's probably some simpler shit, but for what it has, I would say this is a pretty simple option for a lot of people to have, but also have an extreme amount of customization, you know, with how simple it is for like variables to be used. You can do like, you know, my.username, just like that. You can do it like this. You can fucking do it like this. You know, you have tons of options as to how you want to do all this. I have no idea. Did I already show the tools? I may have. I really cannot remember at the moment. You can add your own tools. You know, the way this works is like it just gets from the API and then boom, you have the actual requests. So it'll convert the JSON into the actual object, like in the code, which will have a status and everything. You can even do like a try, and then catch. Like if there's a fucking mistake, you just do exit or whatever. You know. I don't care that much. I might add it into the default version, but at the moment, no. Whatever. You guys really care that much. Yeah, it's extremely fucking simple to use. You know, you can change colors just like that, and it's actually the background color is Instagram. Let me change it to black again. Change it to white as well. So you have tons of options as to what you want to do, or what you can do, especially when it comes to like coloring shit. The gradient and color stuff, I would say, might be the easiest out of everything. Yeah, it's most of it. Besides this API stuff that I'm not going to show off. But yeah, you have Celix auto buy, you have the logs, you know, Discord, Telegram logs. You got pretty decent member management. You can use roles as well with like actual permissions tied to them, managed completely from the CNC. You can ban users, you know, you can kick users, generate bulk users. You can obviously update users, you can add expiry, you can roll people back, you can do all that bullshit. I have no fucking idea how long this video is at the moment. Oh, well, seems like 30 fucking minutes. As if any of you are gonna watch this far. Yeah, fucking right. I think I'm just gonna leave it off right here. You should get the general idea. If you want it, I have no idea if I even mentioned throughout this entire video that this is paid, which it is. So if you want something that's free, go buy Succubus, or not buy it, but use the free version of Succubus, because this is paid. Don't come in my DMs begging for it free, because you'll just be ignored, and you also wouldn't be very original for doing so. Yeah, so this is really the new CNC. Decent features, I would say, or really just simplicity, if anything. And yeah, so that's really all it is. You guys wanted a new video, I give you guys a fucking stinker. This shit's long as fuck. Maybe one of you will watch through this. Yeah, so my next video might be next year, who knows. This kind of sucked to record. Took a few takes if you couldn't tell. And yeah, see you guys whenever that I see you, or just come message me on Telegram. Discord sucks, they keep banning me, though I do have a Discord. Yeah, so see you guys whenever.